Check, check, check.
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 Check 1 2.
Get, move it a little bit closer to your mouth, like.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I can just take this off and show you. So what we can do, all these little dark areas, those are all valleys. So we can fly up the valley and then really put ourselves in a pickle because you have to climb out of the valley, whereas if you enter it from the higher side and fly down it, it's a little easier. But I'm a glutton for punishment. So we will fly, I think we're going to try to get this little valley right here, come out here, and then fly maybe this way and back out to Anchorage.
Perfect.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Little systems check here. Looking good. Okay, everything's forward. Flaps are set to take off. None of this really works down here except for the parking brake. Everything's on. Landing lights nav on. Pitos are on. Auto feathers armed. You're good to go here. Let's give ourselves a little bit of air. The air works tonight. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Brakes off. And we're off.
What are you going into the wind?
We actually got a slight tailwind, so but it's so minimal that it's not going to really matter. Speed's alive. Here comes B1 off the deck. Gear up. See, there's just a little bit of snow on the ground, which is kind of cool. Yeah, the visuals on this simulator are so much better than X-Plane. X-Plane may have a better flight model, but really, it's hard to notice at this point. Flaps are coming in. Quick screen adjustment. There we go. So when James was here several weeks ago, we flew this route through the mountains and just having fun, right? It was a blast. So let's see, I've got my valleys to pick from here, actually.
This looks way too populated to be Alaska.
I know. Well, this is Anchorage proper. This is the city limits. The population density will die off here fairly soon once we start getting towards the mountains. Try and go up this shallow little. Actually, let's go up this one. Skyler. He really wants in, but he's going to be kind of in the way. So here we are. We're mountain flying. Slow her down a little bit.
Oh, this is cool. So, are you going to be able to put in a gauge that in real time lets you know how high you are above the ground?
Yes, there is. So you're talking about like a radar altimeter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They do have that, and I don't have. I could code that into this device, but I really. Let's get out of here. This is looking kind of iffy. Oh, we can't go that way.
You're just going to have to start going up.
Yeah. I got the airspeed. I can pull that off. Can't pull it off for too long, though.
You know, one thing I kept thinking about in Top Gun, ooh, is they were training, that they were training in hypothetical mountains,
Right.
and especially when they pull up.
We're gonna overstress.
Oh boy.
You feel that?
So there's them doing the 2.5-minute course,
Right.
which is okay, but then especially going up the hypothetical mountain, going down, dropping the payload,
Right.
and then going up that 10G climb.
Yeah.
I kept thinking about the air pressure difference and how much that matters.
It does matter.
Yeah, because like in the deserts, when they're just doing hypothetical mountains, you're doing like even 20 or 30 feet off the ground makes a huge difference in wind.
Yeah.
So if you're in open space just flying around hypothetical mountains, that's going to be a lot different experience than actually going up where you're 40 feet off of the ground as the mountain is beneath you.
Right.
So I not that I didn't believe it, I was just wondering how it would actually be different versus practice versus them actually being in North Korea.
That's a great question. I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously, you would want to fly the terrain that you're going to be flying in, right? You know, your practice terrain should be your mission terrain, but that's not the case. So I guess you got to use a lot of imagination. Ooh, there's a lake over there.
Would the lift be different though?
Yeah, lift would be different.
Yeah.
Everything would be different. Ooh, that's neat. All right, I'm gonna open the back door for our crybaby back there. Come on, buddy.
Skylar.
So this is kind of cool. I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, I wonder how close to reality this is.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, it's just it's very close to reality. Oh no, you can't be on the center console, buddy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come out here. We're gonna make a right, and that'll take us right back to the airport.
So this is a like a fjord.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that'll put us like right there.
Nice.
Yeah, all of this terrain is theoretically mapped to real world data. Oh, he's happy now. You're a happy little boy, aren't you, bud? The one thing I've noticed too is there's some really faint horizontal line. You see it going across?
Where?
Like a third up of the mountain here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I wonder if that's terrain driven, because Alaska is very difficult to map correctly because it's always got so much clouds. Ooh, what's down here? That's cool. Some kind of road. Look at that reflection. Oh my god. That's pretty much all I say when I'm flying through Alaska. Oh my god, look at that. It's just gorgeous around here. This is why I like flying around here so much.
Yeah, that water looks great. It really does.
And sadly, X-Plane just can't hold a candle to this kind of scenery detail.
You okay?
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. He's got allergies or something. He's always done that.
I need to. The only thing missing is just like a random moose.
You could probably, if you look hard enough, there's probably a couple around here, because they do emulate wildlife.
You got cars down there.
Yeah, you got cars. I guess if you fly around certain parts of Africa,
Wow.
you can see.
You got your shadow down there?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can see giraffes in certain parts of Africa, and lions. Come around this little ridge, and then you'll see Anchorage out there right in front of us. But yeah, this scenery is just amazing. Just incredible. I have a lot of performance tuning to do, because the front view is okay. There's no stuttering. But if you look at the sides, you got these kind of micro stutters going on. So it's just a process of getting it all dialed in, set correctly. I mean, we're asking this software to do so much. Let's look at some stuff.
That's fascinating. You're so on your side it looks like you're going forward.
Yeah.
But on my side it looks like you're
It's
at an
skewing a
angle.
little bit off, like you're flying at an angle, right?
Yeah.
And that's just a phenomenon of this monitor setup. I had the same effect when I was flying the projectors. So there's really not much you can do about it unless you go to a super high-end visual display system. Otherwise, what you can do in a situation like this is you can program a button or something in the simulator that you can say, align the visuals to the pilot or align them to the co-pilot. So if I were to do this, now it probably looks right to you, right?
No, now it's really crazy.
Oh, it's really bad?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it right there then.
That's better, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And a golf course down here? No, just a piece of flat terrain. A tundra, I guess. Freeway down there. Alright, let's do a pop-up and find the airport. We'll
You've been
land.
you've been up to Alaska, right?
Yeah. We did a cruise up there with my mom and dad and Andrea, and I spent maybe 4 hours earlier, way back when I was in the service, layover in Anchorage. But we didn't get out and explore or anything. Okay. Get up here to about 1,000 feet. Slow her down a little bit. Okay, 180 knots. Safe to drop the gear. Safe for approach flaps. Yep, time to dance. There's the airport. And there is our runway. Yep, there she is. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Kind of overshot the center line a little bit. Bring her back. Okay, gears down, flaps are down. Now they're down.
Man, I'm impressed with you. That was a harsh turn. Aggressive.
Okay, throttle back. On the deck, reverse. Bleeding off the airspeed real quick. Okay, and then we'll carry the rest of this speed up to the end of this runway again. We'll turn it around. And then you can take over the controls.
All right.
Oh, come on. Get back. There we go. There's our visuals. When I throttle up, my left engine wants to pull more than the right engine for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that is. Probably just more fine-tuning I need to do. Unless I'm having some sort of what's called a torque effect. What is this, a long runway?
Can't believe the airport is that big.
Should be some mile marker signs here on the side too, but I don't see any. Usually you'll see black signs with white lettering that say, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. That tells you how many feet you have left before you crash. Okay, here comes the end. Go off to the side here, do our turn. And there is our turn. He's probably so comfortable now. Come on, buddy. You can still fly with us. I'll just need a different lap. Come on, big guy. That's fine.
Alright, so do you want the flaps up or down on takeoff?
So on takeoff, you just set them to, it says approach, but approach is also landing. Approach, actually, it's kind of a misnomer. They're landing flaps, but they're basically approaching when you're on short final, and you drop them down to full. So right now they're set to approach or takeoff. Gears down, everything's set to go. All right. You want the throttles this time? You want the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just make sure you don't go above 250 knots. Otherwise, things will start creaking, and then you'll get a black screen of death.
All right.
Remember, on the ground, steer with your feet, and don't let the airplane fly you. And move your mic just a little closer. Come on, step on that rudder. Step on that rudder. The other way. The other way. The other way.
Well, that's what I was doing.
No, you had full left rudder.
Well,
There you go.
I put it to left rudder because I was going left, and then I was like, "What's going on here?"
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
What is up with this steering today?
All right, there we are. Speed's alive. 80 knots. I'll call for rotate. There's V1. Go ahead and rotate. Perfect. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. I'll get the gear for you.
Oh, thanks.
And we'll get about 700 feet of altitude below us, and we'll pull the flaps in. So right now we're crossing 600. Here comes 700. So go ahead and pull the flaps up. Nope, the other way. There you go. All right, your aircraft. This is kind of nice being a passenger, especially in this area. There's so much to look at.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
How you doing, Skyler? You happy? You're a happy little boy now that you're flying? Where are we off to today, Captain?
I don't know. Try to keep my speed in check.
Yep.
I'm at 160. First it wouldn't stop going up, now it won't stop going down.
Oh yeah, and that all depends on the pitch of the aircraft too.
Makes sense.
Remember the house analogy? Pull up, the houses get smaller. Push down, the houses get bigger.
Yeah.
They get bigger faster when you push down. And if you keep pulling up, they get smaller, then they get bigger again. Oh, this is awesome. And we're not using live weather. I had live weather turned on initially tonight when I fired everything up, and it was just socked in. You couldn't even see the mountains. There was so much clouds. So I figured, we could fly. I could set the weather manually and fly on a clear day. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot less noisy too. This is neat. The cool thing with Microsoft 2020 is if I really wanted to, and I might experiment one day, I can lower these side monitors so you get more display at the bottom because you're always kind of looking down anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can adjust the viewpoint accordingly in the software so that it still lines up. Yep, Skylar's happy now. There you go, buddy. Cheers.
Was it those mountains I wanted to go down? I was trying to hit this black here.
Oh, you can turn right now. I think that's it. Yep, that's it.
What was it?
Yep, there it is. There's the valley.
Oh, the only other thing I wanted to see in Top Gun was the G's are so big. Like the whole 2,000 downs pushing down on your chest and everything.
Yeah.
I really wanted a classic 80s montage of them going in a G simulator.
Uh-huh.
Just to see what their threshold was.
Oh, yeah. That would have been fun.
Have a little friendly competition of all like, oh, I'm going to get up to 15 or...
Right.
Because, like, I guess I convinced myself they probably already went through that in flight training. But, as a viewer, it would have been nice to see what those pilots are capable of.
Right.
Especially that, what was it, Cheeto guy, or the one who passed out?
Oh, yeah, I forget his call sign, but yeah. Everybody has different tolerances, and the way you can build up that tolerance, actually. The more you do it, and I guess fighter pilots have to recertify in the centrifuge. I'm not sure what the schedule is, but I think they have to recertify every year or something. I could be wrong. So you're flying at a good speed through the mountains. Aircraft is clean.
What do you mean by that?
The flaps are in, and the gear's up.
Oh, yes.
So you got a clean aircraft. Dirty aircraft is the gear's down and the flaps are all the way down. This is just amazing, dude. I can't get over this.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was just looking over at those snow caps, wondering if they programmed in an abominable snowman.
There's probably Easter eggs around here somewhere. Somewhere in Washington, one of the developers carved somebody's name in a wheat field, like in eastern Washington somewhere.
Yeah, they like to carve things in wheat fields over there.
Yeah.
So I assume you've done like the Great Pyramids and...
I haven't done any of that yet. I've been so busy rewriting all the code for this stuff.
Not even like a Mount Everest?
No. Ah, this is gorgeous. Oh, what you gonna do? You gotta climb out of here, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Get on those throttles. You're losing a little bit of airspeed here.
Yeah, I see.
because you got to clear that ridge. Or you can dive here off to the right. Oh boy. Here we go. Man, this is going to be tight. Oh yeah, I think we got it. Wow. That was close. Well done. All right, you want to pull back since we're diving
I know.
on your throttles. Watch your airspeed.
Oh, well, way too fast.
Get those throttles back.
What happens if what happens if you speed too much again?
Eventually you'll overstress and then the screen will just go black with like a tinnitus sounding high-pitched whine. I guess that happens when you die.
Alright, stalled a little bit to reduce speed.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the Beechcraft can't dive?
It can dive. I mean, any aircraft can dive, but all aircraft have a upper speed limitation.
What, before it just breaks apart?
Yeah, it'll just break apart. Wings will rip off, you know. Makes a lot of noise.
Gotcha.
So you want to avoid the noise.
I loved it in Top Gun when after Maverick succeeded in the test,
Yeah.
he just talked about making a like $200 million aircraft inoperable.
Yeah. This is just amazing. I just can't get over this. I think back to 40 years ago when I first started getting into flight simulation. I mean, we had square clouds. We had basically a Minecraft simulator.
Yeah. I was telling Nicole that about how much nicer it is to fly among actual things.
Yeah.
Not just it reminds me when you see like they decorated the top of Boeing
Uh-huh.
with just that ghillie mesh
Oh, yeah.
to make it all camouflaged.
Yeah. And just to add a little more excitement to the scene.
Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Go kind of slow here.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Losing altitude.
no, you can't help. You can't help, buddy. You said the eastern, the pass to the east is closed, but to the west is open.
Yeah, that's what they said.
So I wonder if they just plow one lane or one side and then get all the way, finish with that, and then turn around and do the other side.
That would make sense. It's crazy. During the winter, you would see videos posted by Department of Transportation of trucks trying to pass the plows.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Don't think that works out too well for them.
Oh, did I tell you I got into a car crash?
No.
Yeah.
What
It was
happened?
terrifying. All winter long, I've been told by countless people how to use my four-wheel drive.
Uh-huh.
Like, so many schools of thought. Everybody seems to agree that you don't want to be in four-wheel drive high if you don't need to be.
Right.
Like, if you have perfect traction, then you're gonna hurt your engine.
Right.
Like, even if you need it, there's like, oh, well, don't go over 45, or some internet forums, or like, and some people I talk to, they would say like, oh, it doesn't really matter, as long as you need it doesn't matter how fast you go, as long as you're not turning left or right aggressively. So
Well,
anyway,
yeah. Well, it does kind of matter how fast you're going, but anyway, continue.
well, that's what they say. So I'm heading home. It's like just after New Year's.
Yeah.
Heading home to Pullman by myself in my truck early in the morning to do a project, and I'm in four-wheel drive high. I'm going 60, but the roads look pretty clear. So I put it back into two-wheel drive,
Uh-huh.
and like 3 minutes later, I hit some black ice.
Yeah.
And I'm going 60, 65, lose control of the truck,
Oh shit.
cross the center line,
Dude.
and hit a guardrail going 60. Do a 180, as I'm continuing to lose speed, do a 180 to where I'm facing the direction I was going.
Uh-huh.
But luckily I'm able to back into the shoulder with what speed I have left.
Right.
Turn on my hazards. I can watch people going by me on my right. And I was right by an exit, so I pull off into this small town, and my back is hurting, and I'm checking the undercarriage for leaking fluids and the damage, and after like 10 minutes decided I could make it back to Pullman, made it back to Pullman, and gosh, my back was just wrecked for 3 days.
Wow.
I could barely get out of bed.
Yikes. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, it was kind of scary when I think about what could have happened. Like, just needed an oncoming vehicle to hit head on.
Yeah, that would have ended poorly. So, yeah, a good rule of thumb is there's no reason to be in two-wheel drive. There's literally no reason to take it out of two-wheel drive, no matter the conditions. Because you never know what you're going to hit. Plus, you were kind of going a little fast for the conditions, too.
I was just keeping up with traffic.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where, in hindsight, I would have given everybody the middle finger.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it's like, you can't be the person going like 40 when everybody else wants to go 60 on a single lane road.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stupid people out there. Let them be stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was, I think, kind of fast for the conditions. Even though the road looked clear, the temperature was probably hovering right around, freezing.
Oh yeah.
So you've got that to deal with. Plus, bridges are the first to freeze over.
Yep, it was on a bridge.
Yep, that will do it. And yeah, I would just leave it four-wheel drive. You're not losing anything. You're not losing gas mileage in four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
Is that your gear? Yep.
Good.
And your airspeed's going to want to be around 130 knots, so you're looking good there. Approach flaps set, good. Look at you! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, hindsight, I was doing fine in four-wheel drive high too.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not the first time I'd driven on the freeway in it, so
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I really regret caving to the peer pressure in my mind that I needed to, for some reason, go back into two-wheel drive.
Yeah, that was bad advice.
Oh, overshot it a bit.
Yeah, you can pull it. You can pull it out.
Don't hit these trees though. Yikes.
Oh, you're doing fine. Watch your airspeed. You're kind of slowing down here. Get that speed up. Get that speed up. Speed up. Speed up. Speed up. Get those throttles up. Throttles up. There you go. Right about there. Okay. You almost lost it. Do you feel it get kind of squirrely?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, now pull your throttles back. Now you got them way up too high. There you go. Pull them back. Pull them back. Pull them back. Now pull them all the way back because you're over the threshold. You're right at landing threshold. Let it nose up just a little bit. Just let her come down.
And
There you go. I'll do the reversers for you.
thanks.
And steer with your feet. 50 knots.
All
Okay.
right.
Throttles are coming out of reverse. I'll clean it up.
Beautiful.
Nice job, dude.
That was nice.
That was fun. Okay, go ahead and slow down with the brakes a little bit because you get better steering when you're below 20 knots. There you go. Anything above 20 knots and the aircraft will turn off the nose wheel steering and all you have is rudder to steer with. I could change that, but I don't think I really want to because that could cause structural damage trying to do a heavy or a hard turn above 20. You don't want to bend the aircraft.
So is that just like an honor thing? Like you don't want to bend the aircraft because you don't want to hit like a software reset?
Yeah, pretty much. The aircraft has to be grounded for inspection after an overstress.
Whoa, just got like a motion.
Oh, you want motion? You should put it in reverse.
Whoa.
Here, you got the toe brakes, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. I'm going to put it in reverse. You're off the brakes? Yep, off the brakes.
Oh boy.
Okay, now step on the brakes.
Oh look, I'm glad we backed up so they could
Yeah, had to get out of their way. Might have to get out of their way a little bit more, actually. Or we can just go right through them.
Are we not going in reverse?
Oh, here we go. Got to go up and back and let go of the brakes.
There they go.
All right, now you can hit the...
Oh, jeez.
It's weird, isn't it?
Don't have Nicole in here. She'll vomit.
All right, clear on the right.
That's gorgeous.
So all these aircraft liveries are all generic, right? I can load a software package and make them all exactly what they are, like, Sunwest or Delta and Alaska.
I wonder if they're able to...
Yeah, your nose wheel is going to be right on that yellow line.
Oh yeah, I'm way off the J line.
There you go. Now turn. There you go. Perfect. All right. He's just standing there watching like, all right, dude. I saw what you did.
Oh, that's cool. Just the coolest, Dad.
That is awesome, isn't it?
Man, I'm glad we were able to go for a flight.
All right, I'm going to see if I can kill the engines and if they'll actually kill. Last time the left one windmilled, and I'm not sure why, but we'll see here. Okay, so those both went almost to zero. Fuel flow went to zero. Yeah. That is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then go ahead and turn off your generators, your battery, and avionics.